Ooh, y'all, we are sorry we're running late, honey.
Well, we actually kind of early. Because we normally go on at 4.
You got jokes. You got jokes. Wait for the people to tune in. We are waiting for you guys. Tune in. Come on. Sure. Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, Lord, look at my hair, friend. I need
It's
to do
cute,
my hair.
friend.
This lady stopped me telling me your hair is so pretty.
It's always pretty.
Like, this ain't been washed in. Hold on.
What are you going to be saying, friend? Y'all, I'm sorry I couldn't turn this thing around. I don't even remember what the stuff was to turn around, honey, because we was running. Honey, me and Teekie been getting stuff done. But anywho, what you doing?
I'm over here texting.
Oh, okay.
Texting Shayla, trying to make sure that she's coming to the right page and not to my page. You know, because sometimes it won't show you who's on here. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We hadn't really figured that out. What's this? Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Okay.
That's a viewer.
Oh, hi, Barbie. Hello. We're waiting on Shayla. Okay, I don't show that you're on, Shayla. Try to Okay, there you go. Okay. Let's see here. We can get you on here.
Then add.
Okay.
Oh, approve.
Yes. Approve. So I'll do this. Sound all right. We're trying to get everybody on. Give people a few seconds. Hi, Shayla.
Hello.
Now say like you say, hey cousin. Hey cousin. Hold
Hey
on.
cousin.
I can't hear
Hey, both of y'all
you.
cousins. Hey cousins.
Hold on.
What's up?
Let me say something.
Hey cousins.
Hey.
How you doing?
I wonder is it because we're covering this? This is gonna be a disaster.
I don't think so.
Do you want me to
Can
come
you
out
hear-
and come back in?
Can you hear us okay?
Absolutely.
See, we can hardly hear you.
Yeah, we can't
So I'll
hear.
go out and I'll come back in
Okay.
and we'll try it again.
Okay. I think this is what was going on with let me do this with Brian when they had someone coming on. Wait a minute, what's this? What did I just do? Oh my God, this is gonna make me mad. What's that, friend? Y'all know I don't know anything about an iPhone. What does that mean?
I don't know. What is it saying? You keep doing it, but
Hold on, y'all. Bear with us. We are so sorry. That's why I wanted to do a test. Oh, you didn't flip the camera.
I didn't
no,
touch it.
Okay.
Oh, she went out.
Okay. She's out.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
We'll try to bring her back on here. Y'all bear with us. We're so sorry. I wonder, are we going to have to remove that? We may have to unplug that.
If you do it, there it is.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
You know I'm behind on my schedule, so it's all right.
Can you hear us good?
I can hear you very good.
Wonderful. So how are you? I know you're busy, you're booked and busy, and thank you for giving us your time today.
Of course, anytime to bring education to the community, I'm ready and I'm locked and loaded.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, we were going to have a few pre-topics, but we're going to skip that because we know you are on a time schedule and you have somewhere to be. So we want to thank you, first and foremost, for coming to our platform to educate us and talk with us, and just to be transparent. Now, for any viewers, we can't see too many right now, but if we do have any comments that we feel are offensive, you will be removed from this live. So everybody, yeah, we're done. So first of all, tell us who is Shayla. Tell us
Okay.
about Shayla.
Well, Shayla is a 46-year-old Black woman of experience. Married. I have 4 bonus kids. I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I sit on 5 boards of nonprofits. I'm an ally. I've always been a stealth woman. I never wanted anybody to know my background, who my dad name was, and things like that. But then I had to realize it's not about me, it's about them, because there is a driving community that needs help, that needs advocacy, that needs access. And if I'm one of the people who sit on a platform that can do that, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's who Shayla Janae Anderson Edwards is. I've modeled myself out of every woman in my family, from my mother to my sisters to my cousins to my aunties, all of them. And that's who I am.
All right. Well, thank you. So, Shayla, we're going to dive right into it. Sonja, before we get started, is there anything that you wanted to ask Shayla? Say, okay. Well, we're going to dive right into it. For the viewers that are looking, Shayla is my cousin. Shayla's dad and my grandfather are brothers, were brothers. So, yeah, we're cousins.
Blood cousins, blood cousins.
Yes. So, okay, Shayla, first we wanted to know, I know you and I have had some conversations in the past, but at what age did you know that you wanted to be a woman?
At the age of 5, I knew that I was a woman, that I was in the wrong body. And the reason why I said I knew that, because at 5 years old, nobody taught me that what I had as far as anatomy was wrong. Because I was always taught little boys are supposed to be little boys, little girls are supposed to be little boys. But I knew that it was something wrong with me because my body didn't fit how I felt inside. So at 5 years old, having the wrong anatomy, I used to try to hide it. I used to get whoopings for trying to hide my anatomy because that's not what I'm supposed to do, because my parents thought it was something wrong with me, but it was nothing wrong with me. I just didn't feel comfortable with that anatomy that I had. I felt like I was a woman in the wrong body. That's just how I felt.
Wow. So at 5, when you said you were trying to hide your anatomy,
I knew it was something wrong because at the end of the day, little boys wanted trucks. They wanted, and I grew up. Now let's be honest. I grew up in a household with Felt, which is my father, and my mother. So I wasn't a single family. I was not molested. I grew up in the church. My grandfather was a pastor. My grandma was the first lady. All my great aunts were the mother board, and my great uncles was the deacon board. So as far as somebody said, "Oh, you chose this. You chose this." At 5 years old, like I told people before, when your child goes in the kitchen and eats something that you told them not to eat at the age of 5 to 7, and you go into and say, "Did you eat that?" And they say, "No, ma'am," they lied right then. But who taught them how to lie? Nobody taught this child how to lie. This is a behavior that is already instilled in them, and they just know that they need to bring that out at that time because that's what they needed to do for you. They need to lie to survive. So, like again, there's no reason at 5 years old I'm faking who I am because I know who I am.
Right, right. And I used to have that conversation with people, and I said the same thing. I was like, no, it's already there. It's already instilled in them. This is nothing that they were taught or, decided and woke up and said, hey, I want to live as, I always felt that myself.
Now, what I want to know, when you said that you were having to hide it and you were getting whoopings from it, at what age were you when your parents realized, they were like, hey, okay, this is who my child is, and they were okay?
Honestly, my father had went to a nursing home, and he was more upset that I didn't. When I changed my name, I didn't use his last name, and no, nothing other than anything else. And on my mom, when she got ready to pass, we had a conversation, and her words were, "If you're gonna be a man, be a man. If you're gonna be a woman, be a woman. But you be the best man or the woman that you could ever be." And those words stuck with me. When she told me that, I cared about what nobody else thought. Not my sisters, not my cousins, not my aunties, not the church. My mother had gave me validation to be Shayla. And so as homage, if you don't know, my middle name is Janae. My mom's middle name was Jean. So I did that after my mother. So it's Shayla Janae Anderson.
Okay. So from the sounds of it, it wasn't hard. I know you said you didn't care what the other family members felt, but was it hard for other family members to accept you once you
At
decided to make
first,
the change?
At first, my older sister who passed, God rest her soul, it was a little bit difficult for her because you understand that family always has a goal, what they see for their siblings or their kids. And that goal that she set for me, I was not living up to what she wanted. Nephews, nieces, things of that such. But she started to realize that, hey, this is my sister. And I love her no matter what. And to this day, when my sister passed, we were like this. I talked to her about my marriage. I talked to her about everything that I wanted to talk to her about. As far as my family, I'm an Anderson, and anybody in Arkansas know how the Anderson sticks together. I don't have a problem with that. They ride with me, they'll die with me. If somebody mess with me, it's an issue. But you know, I've never had that problem. People down in South in Arkansas know me. I'm a staple in Arkansas. Oh, that's just Shayla. It's as simple as that.
Okay. So, how was life for you when you began to transition? Were you afraid? Because I know you moved away. You had left home and moved, so you were in like a different environment. Were things hard for you?
That's a good question. Um, I moved away to Houston. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Houston is a melting pot, a conglomerate of everybody that you want to be. And I felt safe in Houston. So when I transitioned in Houston, I was fine. I wasn't scared. I was excited because I was living the life that I knew that I was supposed to live. When I came home, that was also accepted because my friends and my family still accepted me. Now, I still have those classmates that will message men. I'm just being honest. Let's be honest about it, because I have classmates that are my classmates. So what's up, Shay? Like my pictures. These are male pictures. Male friends, but it's nothing like that.
Right.
So when they show me any kind of love and support as being a woman of experience, you always have that woman that say, "Oh, you know she used to be this. You know she used to be that." But it's not even about that. It's just the person ruled me on in my success as Shayla Janae Anderson Edwards. So that's the only problem that I've had. The background, not in the forefront.
Okay. Now you know your cousin. You know I'm a Virgo. You know so I do want to know things. So let's talk the surgery first. Before we move on, what is the correct term? You know I hear
Gender
reassignment,
gender affirming surgery.
gender affirming.
Gender
Okay.
affirming surgery is one of the reasons why we have GAG, which is gender affirming aftercare group. So I did have gender affirming surgery, and the procedure that I had was the peritoneal pull through flap. It's a robotic surgery that is done with robots with an intense surgeon who has studied over and over again. It's a 9.5 hour surgery, and it's very extensive. And you've seen the aftermath, so you know
Yes.
that it's like somebody contouring something. It's designer vagina. Simple as that. No questions asked.
Designer vagina.
Designer vagina, because literally, and you've seen, it's tailored. A man is literally tailored. I've heard people say, "Oh, it's plastic. It's not real. You want to be what I be," but it does everything yours does besides bleed and have a uterus to have babies. Everything else it does. I can have an orgasm. I can get wet naturally. Um, I have to worry about other things that we'll discuss later, but yeah, I had a peritoneal pull through flap. I have a $500,000 sitting under me right now.
Half a meal. Okay.
$500,000. My surgery was $183,000. My hospital stay was $160,000. My anesthesia was $45,000. My doctor visits were over $25,000 to $30,000. You added up. How much am I sitting on?
Oh,
So then I
okay.
understand when my sisters say, "That's your box. Just don't give that away. That's precious to you."
Mm-hmm.
And it means a lot. Until I didn't understand until after I literally had intercourse with someone to understand the connection that we feel when you do that. And that's amazing.
Okay. Well, we have a commenter that said, "Okay, designer. Oh, that's
That's
our
my good
cousin."
sister. That's my good sister, Kissy. You know, all my classmates know. But yeah, it's designer. It's designer. I tell everybody every day, it's design. But you know what's so crazy? Vaginoplasty came from biological women who had complications with giving birth.
Mm,
Did you not know that?
mm.
So
You're
because
educating us today. I can't hear you. Okay.
I turned it off,
Okay.
because it was stretched out, no,
You went away. Your volume. Can you hear you?
no.
It's us. Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you now. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so vaginoplasty came from women who had childbirth, who had complications with childbirth, whose vagina was not the normal. So they would do a vaginoplasty to fix it, to make it back, which what they call a revision or a rejuvenation, to take
Okay,
it
I've
back,
heard of that.
to take it back to the original form.
Right.
So that's where the term comes from. Vaginoplasty wasn't something they introduced for transgender individuals. This was introduced for women who had complications of childbirth.
Okay. And for our viewers, we're trying to keep up with comments. If you all have questions for Shayla, just please leave them in our comments. And or Shayla, if you see a question that we may miss, let us know.
Absolutely.
Um, Now, before your procedure, how did you educate? Did you have to go to like a support group to get you educated and ready for this
Or
procedure?
like any counseling?
Um, they have WePath, which is the scientific or medical stance on the steps you need to go through in order to be granted surgery, which is you have to go to an endocrinologist and receive hormone therapy for at least a year. You have to live as a woman for a year, and you have to go to psychiatric training or a psychologist to understand um, to make sure you're a candidate for it. Now everybody has access to it. When I had mine, access was very limited because it's like, you want to do what? You want to do
Right.
who? And so now it's like, okay, we can do that when you want to be scheduled. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like that at some time in our lives, in that it was just like, okay, you need to realize the steps. And I took every step that was needed. I've already been to a psychologist. I was under psychological care. I had an endocrinologist that was making sure that my hormone levels was balanced. And I also made sure that I went to someone who could make me understand that I'm no longer being who I was. And these are the things that's going to happen once your body changes.
Okay. So when did you actually have your surgery?
The first surgery was years ago, but we won't talk about that. But I had a revision, which was the peritoneal flap 2 years ago.
Okay.
And what happened was, one reason why I want to talk about the first surgery because I had to sign an NDA.
Okay. Gotcha.
But the second surgery was in 2022.
Okay.
Um, I had the peritoneal flap. Amazing job, wonderful. My doctor, Dr. Min Jun, he's the #1 surgeon in America. So I'm very proud of him. And one of my sisters is on watching right now. Her name is Africa Land Aviance, and she's had the same surgery. So this is my support system. Girls that have had the same surgery that I have had, and we know what to do and not to do because we share our experience. So that's again why I say we are women of experience, not transgender, because we don't experience the things that transgender women experience. We are women of experience. We experience the same thing that you experience. When you get hot and you need to turn your fan on and you need to turn your air conditioning down on low and you get to have a nausea in your stomach because you're having a hot flash, you know I'm not lying.
Okay. Okay. So how long was the downtime?
Okay,
I mean, I'm seeing
so I
experience.
had surgery February 22nd. I was released on February 24th. I went back for my post-op on February 28th, I think.
Okay.
They removed the catheter. They filled my vagina with water to make sure that I was able to pee. Absolutely to pee, because you got to understand we're changing two different things. And I needed to learn the levels of what my bladder could hold. Because remind you, a, a male part and a female part are totally different. So unless you go to pelvic floor therapy, how can you clench? You understand what I'm saying? As women, you know, how can you clench without releasing yourself on accident? And that's the biggest thing. And as we get older, we understand that those muscles are not as tight as they used to be. So that's why we have to wear what? Panty liners. Y'all know I'm not lying.
And then those Kegel exercises are just
Those don't work like that. No, ma'am.
But
No,
that's what
ma'am.
they say, you know.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just know how to just squeeze and, you know, I just grab that thing. So, okay, you've answered most of the things. You you know your friend. You
We
know.
have to step away from
Sonja,
a
you just sitting
Shayla.
over there. You ain't asked not one question. You just
I
sitting over there
have, yeah,
like,
I have. But I
wow.
want to hear what you have to say because I'm learning. I'm taking all this in.
Okay.
Like,
See, we've already
and
asked
then
them,
see, and
so
I'm
it's
keeping
new to her.
everything in my head because I do have some stuff I do want to ask.
Oh, well, you, friend, just jump in because you know I'm going.
No.
Okay.
Tiki,
Well, I'm
somebody
taking
say
this
you
in because
lying.
I'm
Somebody
learning
say you
something.
lying, Tiki. Jasmine say you lying.
Who is Jasmine? What I'm lying about? Jasmine, what am I
About
lying
her taking
about?
the thing and Tiki doing too much. Please don't get on that topic on squeezing and holding stuff.
And Sade, I'm
That's
married.
our cousin.
I've been
That's
married
our,
for 11. I've been married for 11 years. Disclosing something to my partner has already been disclosed. Um, um, it's nothing
oh,
new
she's
to
talking about them
me.
tingles.
I've
Okay.
never been the type of woman who never told my truth in my story because this is who I am. And if you can't accept me for who I am, then why are you in my life? Period. That's all I understand.
And my thing is this, when family members, parents, get upset about their child, going in another direction. I feel like to me, long as I have my child, you know what I'm saying? Long as I'm still able to love them and care for them, because a lot goes behind that, especially when someone cannot live in their truth. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with it too? When people say we're not supposed to question God or He makes no mistakes. Have you dealt with things like that?
Oh, absolutely. But let me tell you something. God rest my sister's soul. She went to the pastor when I had my reconstruction surgery just to make sure that what was the thoughts about that and pray for me. You have to, God makes no mistakes, but we do have kids that's born on the spectrum, Down syndrome, one leg, one arm. Do we say those are mistakes? Let's just think about it. Those are not mistakes. Those are obstacles because you are chosen. God has put you in a situation to bring you out of that situation. So when you meet somebody else that's in that same situation, you can say, hey, this is what I did. Because listen, my sister that's on here, Africa, she's looking. She went through what I went through, and she had to have a complication, and I mean a revision, but I was able to be there for her and say, hey, sis, I did that. I'm here for you. I don't believe God makes mistakes, but believe this or not, God does what He does for why He do it because He's already made this book. It's already been written. Shayla gonna do this, and Teekie gonna do this, and Sonja gonna do this. On this day, they're gonna have a podcast, and we're gonna bring this up. And tomorrow, people that are in the background hiding that want to do what I did are gonna reach out to me and say, "Help me. I'm in a rural city. I'm in a rural county, and I don't know how to do it, but I'm about to end my life, and I need some help." That's why I don't mind standing here and giving my story. It's not about me anymore. I've done that. I've been there. It's about other people.
Do you get those calls from people who want to
Absolutely.
make the change and they don't know what to do?
Absolutely. Because I'm in a group um, of powerful trans women. And I say powerful because they work for nonprofits and they move and shake. And powerful trans men that go and take people to have surgery. And he's there. He asks them for nothing. And they reach out to me and they say, hey, how can you help me? I need to do this. I want to do this. These are the questions I have. And then Zamari creates a platform just like y'all create a platform where we discuss our surgery, we discuss our aftercare, we discuss everything that we need to know as individuals. Because again, it's not about your sexuality and your gender. Those have nothing to do with each other. Because even though I have a vagina, today or tomorrow I can decide I want to be with another woman. What does that make me? We got to think about it like that.
Okay. Now we're gonna get to gag, but I'm still kind of on that half a meal.
The
Well, come
designer
on with that
vagina.
designer.
I
Like,
still
ain't that what Scissor say? I got that designer. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
so I want to dive into and and let the people know what all comes with this. So um one, and I'm not hope this doesn't come off as a wrong way as a question, but
Well, fix
when
it the right way, because if it come out the wrong way, I'm gonna respond the wrong way.
but don't forget now I'm your cousin now, so
All
we
right, baby,
I'm gone.
tread lightly, tread lightly.
so look, so when you did have your surgery, and I just, it's just educational. Did you feel that made you feel completed as a
Oh,
woman?
absolutely, sweetheart. When I derolled, and I look at my body and I look at the curves in my body, my breast, and I look down there and I have a womb without a uterus. So don't nobody be inboxing me, messaging me, talking crazy. When I have a vaginal canal, I actually have a vagina that is functional and using. It feels amazing to me. It is the most. Let me tell you something. I could everything that I set out to do in my life, God has blessed me to do that. I have a vagina. I'm married to a man. I have kids. I have a house. I got 2 dogs. I ain't a white picket fence, but I got a picket fence. Those are the things that most women never get. And so as a trans woman or a woman of experience, that is amazing to me.
Okay, so we have a few questions. Before I get to those questions, I just have to think about 2 others that I want to talk about.
Your cousin on there asking.
Yeah, I saw that. So since you've had this sexual, because I like to talk about sex.
Amazing.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing. So imagine this.
Was it
And
hard for you?
I'm not, and if I'm being too open, I understand. So I'm self-lubricating. I do get wet. I don't have a plastic vagina. When I get turned on, just like any woman, the clitoris thumps to a point that it needs that heartbeat. You know what we call it? A heartbeat. And an orgasm is amazing. When I say it starts in your feet and go through your body, and when you get done,
Hush.
no, but just I'm like I never experienced that until I experienced that, because you gotta understand. So everything. Like I done had to take sheets and throw them in the trash. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Come on, where about that?
Macaroni. You hear me? Macaroni. And it's just what it is. And then because I had to learn my body, because this was new. I'm able to, I had to learn my body. So I got toys that Adam and Eve, thank you, Adam and Eve Houston, that gave me the toys for free to try out.
Adam and her cousin song.
Oh, well, I'll make sure y'all get some so y'all can put them on the show. Like,
oh my God.
Literally, I never experienced anything like that in my life. This is the most amazing thing. Like, I don't need a man to get up on me and jump up and down because that's a waste of time to me. And I understand when the niggas say, well, men say, oh, she faking it. I'm not gonna fake it, because at the end of the day, if I'm drying up, she's doing something wrong. If I ain't got to that point and see that I realize is, you gotta understand, when men masturbate, they can do it and they do it and it's over with. But it's a mental thing, because if we did sitting there with our rolls or whatever, the phone ring or the dog bark, it's over with.
So do you think it's more complicated having a vagina? Do you think?
Absolutely, because they never tell us this thing. Like, literally, I have to worry about what my husband eats, what he touch, where he go. If he decided to have sex with somebody else, I have to worry about that, because then my pH balance is going to be thrown off, even because of the stuff I eat and I do. I have to worry about douching. And the reason why I have to douche is because I have a neo-vagina, and therefore my bacteria doesn't automatically clean itself. But somebody could have told me that when you have intercourse and a man ejaculates inside you, don't push it out. Just let it slip out. Somebody could have said it's painful when you push that out because you got air in it and all that. But see, y'all low down and dirty. Y'all don't want us to know.
Well, you should have called me.
Yeah, I'm saying you should have called me. She don't mind.
I learned that, but you know
like
what?
talking about podcast.
I got a support system. My sisters, my cousins. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with me? Because, I was like, girl, I'm itching, I'm burning. Take them tight ass shorts off. You got a yeast infection. Get them on the -7. Like, these are not the things that I'm knowing, because before I could wear these things with no problem. But you know what the best thing is? Not wearing no panties.
Yeah, I don't have any now. I don't wear them.
Let me tell you.
Because Fat Cat, and especially around this time, she need to breathe.
Right. So I ain't got not a panty, honey. Not a one.
So look, Jasmine Nichols had a question. She asked, what's the appropriate age to make this type of decision?
After puberty. Because I believe, and this is my opinion, I believe everybody needs access, right? Even individuals who are children need access. When I mean access, I mean to mental health. I mean able to talk to somebody about it. But you can't make any decisions until you went through puberty because you have to understand that you don't know what your body's going to crave. Look at Jazz, the little girl that had surgery when she was young. Now she's miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you got to also understand that you have parents that are supporters because they want to hurry up and get it done. Instead of listening to your child and saying, hey, my child identifies as this, let me see what kind of help I can get her. And we can make a decision together. But see, it was all at the end of the day about this money because you got a show. But
Jasmine
the
said it must
appropriate
be
age to me,
Jasmine
what she
said it
say?
must be a family thing because they used to call her Aqua. I guess when you said you messed up them sheets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my cousin. Well, hey,
Yes.
cousin.
That is too funny,
Oh, she
y'all.
said that's Danielle.
Who
That's
am I
Danielle,
in no
not Jazz.
panty game, girl? Who is no
She
panty?
said
Jasmine.
that's Danielle.
Also,
She said that's Danielle.
oh, there she go. I get it. Yeah. That's ain't
So
what about.
another question
That's
is,
ain't what
what are
about his granddaughter.
conversations? You see that question they asked?
Where's
What are
that?
conversations we can have as a parent to not create homophobic adults?
Okay, that's your cousin Shardy with that.
People are people. We teach the behaviors not to like black white people, not to like transgenders, not to like gay people. That is a learned behavior. Because if you walk around and say, "Oh, I can't stand these faggots," what's your kid gonna think? My daughter is 13 years old, and she's never asked me a question about my sexuality because all she sees is a woman. Do you understand where I'm coming from? This is the child that I taught, that I bought the first um, training bra from. You understand what I'm saying? Kids don't know. Like when we were younger, we would see somebody and we would say, "Is that a man or a woman?" Remember we used to do that?
Yeah.
You don't hear kids asking that no more, do you?
It's
Because they don't care about that. If it's a man or woman, because you know what, Barbie and Ken ain't got nothing on the front of them, do they?
nothing.
It's just
Well, he
flat.
kind of got a little hump.
Now
And
you
he
think they
just
in
is,
pen draws like that, girl? You need help.
but I'm just saying, on Barbie and Ken, there's nothing there.
Right.
What's on my lash? Who said what's on my lash? Who is that?
And
What's on
somebody
my
said,
lash?
"What's on your lash?" Oh yeah, right
All
there.
right here.
It
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sister.
Get probably lash glue
It was
or
glass
lash.
glue.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
sister.
Thank you, Africa. Okay, so why do you feel? Because we hear so much. Why do you think there's such a big disconnect between the LGBTQ community and Black women?
So we're gonna not gonna say the LGBTQ community. We're gonna say
Thank you.
trans women
Okay,
and black
that's
women.
it. That's it.
And I hope I don't ruffle no feathers. And if I do, I apologize. This is only my opinion. Okay, it's not
Okay.
fact. I believe that some women feel us as a threat because not only are we reflecting what they resemble, but now men are finding us attractive and hiding what they're doing with the type of women that we are. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we could be in the club. Like I was in the club last night with my niece who's of woman experience and a cisgender woman. And I say cis, do not cuss me out. That means woman born biological. And I was talking to somebody who found me interesting, even though I said I was married. Understand what I'm coming from?
Okay. Okay.
But you better believe the minute that I walked away from him, somebody ran over immediately to try to tell him what and who I was. But at the end of the day, I had already disclosed that information to the individual. And see, that's the problem because she feels like, why is he talking to her when I'm a real woman? And at
Right.
the end of the day, what makes a real woman? Because like I told her when I left, yeah, you're real ugly, you're real bad built,
See, we
you're real
friends.
uneducated,
When I say somebody ugly, she
and you
does.
really out of line. Because if I wasn't a brand, I'd be really beating you know what I'm talking about. And I left
Now, Shay,
because
let
I'm
me
not
ask you
operating.
this. So when a man, what is it like? What is it, heterosexual or whatever? So if they see a woman that is a transgender or, am I saying it right?
Yeah, but you
Does that
right.
make them any
I'll
kind of
let you
way or
use
does
that
that,
term.
does that make them interested? Does, you know, because some people are like, oh, that's, I'm sorry, but gay behavior. What does that say
So
that
you
about
have to
them?
think about it. When you see, okay, I'm gonna paint a picture and don't take it the wrong way, okay? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm in the club and I'm representing in that form of fashion, what does he see?
That's all he's saying.
That's all he said.
A man would have sex with a chicken sandwich if it had enough mayonnaise on it. Let's just be real about it.
You ain't lying.
So we can't be mad at each other because the man is in there and finding me attractive. That doesn't mean he's not attracted to you because you're a birth or biological woman or a woman who was born with a uterus, which we're gonna call that. You can't be upset because we are on the same platform because America is telling you you can't do what you need to do with your body, and America telling us we can't do what we need to do with our body. Who makes these white men so powerful to tell us we can't do what we need to do with our body? So why are we mad at each other when we should be standing together and say, listen, we taking back our rights, we reclaiming our time. Yeah, you are a transgender woman, you're a woman of experience, but hey, we fighting the same fight and stronger together than divided. And that's the truth.
God dog. Your auntie, your Aunt Willa Vallis, said a man will screw his mama if she has a hole. God dog. Aunt Willa Vallis be saying some stuff.
I'm about to check on you, Auntie.
Where ain't Willie Vallis said?
That's what Danielle said. Jasmine Nichols is Danielle, who was Aunt Willa Vallis' granddaughter. So she
What
was
she said?
a man will screw his own mama or something.
Oh,
Aunt Willa Vallis.
mama, absolutely.
Yeah.
Will. He'll screw. Let me tell you something. Men will screw anything.
They
Listen to
will.
what I'm saying. You
They
know
will. They will.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
See, women are emotional. When we have sex with somebody, it's emotional to us. Even though we say "fuck that nigga," excuse me, we already attached when we say stuff like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
a nigga can do stuff to us and he be going on with his life. Like, okay, well, I did it.
So Kissy asked, why aren't we saying LGBTQ anymore? I think Kissy, Shayla said that because at the moment we were talking about transgenders, but I'm not sure. So was that
We
correct?
still do LGBTQIA, but the reason why I identify with a different name is because you have transgender women, and transgender is a big blanket. So I have transgender women that have had maybe a orectomy, which means they had their testicles cut off, or they've had facial feminization surgery, or they've had breast augmentation surgery. And these are the gender affirming surgeries that they have. So the reason why I use woman of experience is because I have a vagina. And so the things that I experience doesn't put me in the umbrella of a transgender individual anymore, because the things that I experience, they don't experience because they have two different body parts than what I have. Does that make sense to you, Kissy?
Okay. After yeah, you're right. Okay, she said trans women are the T. Great job, Shayla. So, Shardy, do you see Shardy's question?
Yeah. Did I always have this confidence? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've always had this
Absolutely.
confidence.
Baby, you need to come out with a book that says absolute.
That's my saying,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And then when I don't like it, I say, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the thing is, like, yeah, like, literally, I've always had this confidence. And the reason why I have this confidence is because, and I'm going to tell y'all this, and I don't care what you say, I was raised by Alma Jean, Emma Jewel, Joyce Lynn, Shirley, Sheila Patrice. Those are my aunties and my mom, correct? Shauna Denise, Katrina Michelle. Those are my sisters. Those women gave me so much confidence. And let's backdoor, because when I transitioned, I had Stephanie Lachelle, Andrea Patrice, Andrea
Yeah.
Shantae, I'm sorry. I had my cousins say, girl, don't wear that. Let me let you wear this. Wear this, wear that. I've always had a strong group of women who support me. Even my cousin Tanya called me, girl, don't do this, don't do this. I've had a support system. I got a village. And when I say I got a village, I got a village. And then I got my daddy's side. You see this little crazy girl over here got me on her platform with this.
Am I crazy?
Crazy is an
Ask
understatement, honey.
Jasmine what she mean by gatekeeping, because she keeps saying gatekeeping.
So I think there was a comment earlier where your friend Africa, because we asked about the disconnect between women in the community, and I think Africa had responded something about gatekeeping. So that's what,
Oh, yeah, because
and she wanted her to explain what she meant by gatekeeping.
um, gatekeeping is literally like, we women, y'all still niggas, y'all boys, because y'all can have no babies. No matter what you do, you're going to always still be a man. That's gatekeeping. Instead of affirming people and saying, yes, you have a vagina, you're my sister, I accept you, let me build you up, it's always a discourse of, you're not good enough, I'm better than you. And we're not trying to be there. I've never been, long as you know me, have I ever tried to outdo anybody? I want to lift my sisters up and say, hey, we got to help each other.
Okay, well, we're almost running out of time. So I wanted to talk about GAG
Okay.
before we let you go. I wanted you to talk to us about GAG and your upcoming book.
Okay, so GAG is Gender-affirming Aftercare Group. It is my for-profit, and I have GAG US, which is my nonprofit. Now, what Gender-affirming Aftercare Group does is we're partnered with gender-affirming surgeons throughout the world, and when they're done with their patients, they write a prescription directly to Gender-affirming Aftercare Group, and we deal directly with them for support in peer support, resources of gynecologists, PCPs, things they need to do about rebuilding their credit, getting their name changed, their gender marker changed, and just living life unapologetically. Because at the end of the day, what we care about is more of what people are doing with their bedroom and what they're doing with another person instead of worrying about Project 2025. And I'll leave that at that.
My uncle was talking about that. We've been talking about that Project 2025.
You need to do
He
a
said,
show
Teekie, you
on it.
need to read up on it.
They
He said,
need
it's
to do a read
serious.
up. I don't care if Joe Biden is on life support. I'm gonna vote for him.
Oh, life support.
He could be on life support. I'm gonna vote for him. You know why? Because Kamala's gonna be the president, but I'm still voting for
You know
Joe.
what? And I told my mom, I really think that's what they're going to do because they know if Kamala was on there, she wouldn't get the votes.
They don't want her on there. That's
Oh,
why they keep
no,
saying
not at all.
his age. But you know what? I love Joe Biden. Obama and Joe Biden is one of the reasons why when I went in my surgery, my insurance company couldn't say no, ma'am. Understand?
So your surgery was covered under,
Absolutely. Under my insurance.
but I can't get on. What is it? I'm trying to
Take
get
it
Because
honey, all Teekie need to do is scoot away from the table.
get
Put
you
them
some
food
Ozempic, girl.
reports
Get you
down.
some Ozempic. Get you some Ozempic.
But my insurance will
Teekie
pay
need to
for it.
walk and stop
They
eating
sell it
so
on the
much.
internet. Why you got to worry about your insurance paying for it?
Now, cousin, I'm scared. That might be I might get a fake.
Absolutely
I might
Now she
get.
said with
not.
an IV bag.
They come directly from the pharmacy. Trust me, I wouldn't say nothing about that.
Well, I'm gonna need you
Teekie
to
needs
Give
to
me one
walk
more
and stop
question
all
because
that.
I'm late. I'm late for my VVIP.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
one more last question before we let you go. And
You
for
can
those,
ask me as many as you want. I'm just talking crazy.
okay, now you know I love your book, White Picket Fences. If y'all
No
haven't
white
gone,
picket fences.
no White Picket Fences. So if y'all don't have that by that, but you have a new book that's coming out, right?
So the new book that I'm working on right now, and I'm so excited about it, is called Coral Orchids, and it's about 8 transgender women who are best friends. They went to college together. Powerful. We never write books or see books or movies about these women that are movers and shakers. One is the first Black trans senator for the state of Pennsylvania. One is the #1 defense attorney in the United States of America. One is the one divorce attorney in the United States of America. One is a lobbyist who's having an affair with the president of the United States. See, we don't think about those things. There's one who's also the right-hand woman to the Pope. There's another one who is a conglomerate and owns mostly all the real estate in America. She's a real estate mogul. There's another one who owns a modeling agency. And then there's me, who has the #1 advertising agency in the world. So I handle all their business. Then we have trans men that are in there. One's an attorney who does immigration, who gets girls over here to have their surgery. But you got to understand something. They're all powerful. They're movers and shakers. They have money. And when people say they can't do it, they can do it. But one thing that they have that is more, and I won't say more, but it's better than anything, is they have a sisterhood. And when I say a sisterhood, these are real people. These aren't fake people. Their positions are fake. But these are the girls that I sit on the phone with from 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, get back on to 3 o'clock in the morning. Africa Lynn is one of those. The girls that I talked about are my sisterhood. I've cried to them. I've told them my business. They told my business. You know what? I've never worried about something. One thing that I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to leave it with that. I hated something I did in my past, and that was going on Jerry Springer. Remember, I told you about that.
I was going to talk about it, but I said she probably don't want to talk about that part. So
I hated it. But you know what I realized? When I went on Jerry Springer, there was other girls like me that was looking at me, using what I did to say, I want to be like her. That is my motto. And I didn't know that until my sister said, girl, I remember you. I seen you. I used to stay up at night to want to watch you. But I thought I did something bad, but I didn't. I actually did something good for a change, and I respect that. And I thank you, and I thank Sonja for having me on the show and giving me a platform. Y'all can reach out to me anytime. My inbox is open. I'm ready to answer any questions any of y'all have. That's just how I am. Go like my page. You say what?
We appreciate you coming on. We really do. And then we also need to get your information to put on our page for those who have watched or have a family member that, that's looking to transition and all that, so if they have questions or need support, they can be able to contact you.
And parents, when you find out things like that, take a minute, pray about it, and react. You would rather your child be here than you have to bury your child for suicide because you couldn't accept the fact that they didn't have, because you didn't do everything you thought your mama and your daddy was going to do, and you still here.
Right.
But I thank y'all absolutely for having me. I'm going to make sure y'all check out my page, Gender-affirming Aftercare Group, like, share, repost.
You see, my mama said good information.
Tell her, you can send me some stars, you can send me some cash apps, whatever.
So when we gonna get that book?
I'm working on it now. I just started on it, and I had to put The Secret Life of Married Men on hold. But I'm working on it. Trust me, y'all gonna love Core Orchids, but you really gonna love The Secret Life of Married Men, because I'm telling y'all, it is never what you think it is. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is just a piece of information. The same shit y'all go through in y'all marriages, I go through in my marriage. And that's just the truth. Because I'm a woman of experience, don't think that I'm not acceptable to the shit that y'all go through. Yeah. Simple as that.
Now, in case, is No White Picket Fences still available for purchase?
No White Picket Fences is in every book sale across the world. I will put it on y'all page and tag y'all. Buy a copy. Trust me, it's the best read you'll ever have. You won't. Tyler Perry ain't got nothing on me.
I still have my autographed copy.
Nothing on me. But I appreciate y'all. I really do. And I hope you have a great day.
Have fun. Go to your VIP event.
VVIP, not VIP. VVIP.
Oh, VVIP. Okay.
She's ready. I love y'all. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, okay.
Oh, girl, how do I get off here, honey?
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Well, friend, I know you're back. So we thank y'all for sticking with us.
Thank y'all for tuning in. That was such great information. Like, I learned a lot from it. If you have a family member out there that is struggling, be sure to reach out to Shayla. Because, like I was saying, if it was my child, I would just rather be able to know that my child is here and be in love. It's a lot that comes with that, so when you definitely have to seek counseling and do all this stuff, so we just got to love our kids.
And y'all please share this live on your platform. As you know, the Teekie and Sonja Show is, we're coming back. We've been gone for a minute, so help us get this information out.
It'd be hard, y'all, because we working, kids, grandkids, all that.
Baby, because when it got this thundering and lightning and rain and hard, I almost didn't show up.
But she was going to show up. She was coming. She was coming.
Well, we love y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in, and please share this on your page.
Yes, thank you all so much. And KG, I saw you out there, girl. I'm going to hit you up because we have to get you on here, KG, because of the voting that's getting ready to take place. So we definitely need to talk about these old politicians and how we can get them out and get some good ones in, because I need to be a politician. But you better not come for me.
I do too. There's some rules, honey. If y'all know anybody with challenges and charges, they get snatched up.
You sit, and see, I want to be over child support, because see, and I've always said that with their child support, when they behind, I want to put an ankle monitor on them. They go to jail, before they get out of jail, you get an ankle monitor. You're going to take care of them kids. That mom is not going to drop them kids off at CPS, so we're going to drop your ass off at CPS. So we're going to put you on an ankle monitor. So I need to be over child support. And I need people to vote me in and tell child support I need to be over child support. What's that girl name that we don't like to be wearing the boots? Huckabee. Is that her name? Yeah, her. Like, I need to be over child support because I got some things that I need to do. Baby, they talk about us. They talk about us.
You so right.
They talk about us, honey. So, anywho, I need to be over child support. What else I need to be over?
Please, Danielle.
What Danielle say?
She want to be on the next show, honey. Danielle, you know Danielle crazy.
And I know I'm going to have a drink behind that one. But yeah, y'all, so I need to run for something. If y'all can think of something that y'all feel like I need to run for, let me know so I can run for it. Don't nobody need to come for me because I just got my enhanced license.
Let me go sign this petition. They waiting on me. They said,
hold on, girl. Because, honey, I need to run for something. And I'll do something small, but don't put me with no kids in the school district. I don't want to do none of that kind of stuff.
You just said something about child support. That's helping kids.
Yeah, I don't want to do kids in the school district. They don't read. No, kids don't read. I don't got time for that in the street and scrape and script and all that kind of stuff. I don't want it. And you know, but somebody called my job one day to take care of some business. A girl, I told her to verify her address, and she said screep. Y'all don't know how hard I looked at that X on my phone about hanging her there. That drives me insane when you over 40. You saying screep.
Then, yeah, I'm gonna need you to just go ahead and send an inbox to Africa, because she can not sure help you with all of that, cousin.
But y'all know I wasn't gonna get off the show without saying something, you know, honey, because I got to talk, you know, I get all my little stuff out.
Friend, you look so cute today.
Thank you, friend. They didn't invite me to it, girl. Oh my girl.
Let's see if I can wear it.
Wait a minute, y'all. So anywho, but if y'all can think of something that y'all feel like I can run for and I can win, because don't have me all out here and got my picture all out here and somebody come spray painting, because I'm gonna be mad. Y'all supposed to be out here in these streets fighting with me. So if y'all can think of something I can run for, let me know and I'll run for it. But y'all better vote for me too.
Run your ass out this door. That's what you can run for.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
Bye, y'all.